Well, broke my knife. Trying to do that. Things came out on this side. Handle's probably gonna fall off at some point during this video because today we're taking it back. You know, one of the first survival shelter videos I did was building a lean-to. We're on. One last look at her.
Am I stranded on an island?
Oh boy, we're about to finish this challenge. The first thing to do is obviously find an area to build. Luckily, right where we're standing, put you guys back here, is perfect. See, we got this tree right here and that one over there. Perfect distance pretty much. Maybe a little too wide. If that's the case, there's another tree. There's another tree right behind that one. A little bit closer together we can use if we have to. It is a little windy out here, so if the audio gets bad at some point, I do apologize. And with that being said, let's get started. As you can see, or not see, because that lighting's absolutely horrible. As y'all can see back there, there's a lot of just branches on the ground. Pretty much going to be perfect for us. I'm going to find one that will work. Fortunately, I don't think any of these are. Let's see. I think it's going to fit here. No, but it should fit over here, which I guess that this will just be where we build it at, on this side. That is perfectly okay. Just going to make it a little bit smaller, but overall should be just fine. Oh, this Mr. Tree. Think that could have been bad. Just grabbed a fallen knife by the blade like a freaking idiot. All right, we're going to try and tie the taut line hitch if I can remember how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, I made a video on it somewhere over here. There's some freaking pelicans over there. Hope I don't scare them away so I can actually show you guys. Them's freaking pelicans. Golly. All these goofy things too. I actually have no idea what those are. If you guys know what they are, let me know. All right, now let's pull this, cinch it down. There we go. I'm gonna do this to the other side, and yeah, I'm just gonna do this to the other side. I don't know what else to say, to be honest. It's been a while since I made a video, like an actual video. Also, shout out to the haters in the last video. Yeah. One guy saying I don't know how to catch fish, as I caught 4 fish in like 20 minutes in that video. And then let's see, what did the other guy say? Oh, it's so painful watching you try and fish. Like, buddy, ain't nobody say you had to watch the video first off, and didn't. And if you're so worried about it, go make your own videos. But guess what? He ain't. He didn't. I told him that in the comments. I said, go make your own videos. I'll watch them. See you soon, buddy. But guess what? He ain't gonna do it, is he? Old keyboard warrior. Keep hiding in the comments, buddy. Alright. You make the loop-de-loop, cross over, make a loop, and then you go in here. Also, the point of that video wasn't even really to fish. The point of that video was to talk to you guys about stuff. So, I mean, I don't know how you could even get mad about that. But, you know, people will be people. They'll find anything to get mad over. Now, we just have to get sticks, pile them on here. Probably need about 30 of them. So, I'm probably going to put you guys right up here in front of this beam while I head around here. Find what we need, put them on. Yeah. Back there, there's a bunch of stuff. Over there, there's a bunch of stuff. So, see you guys in a little bit. Probably going to have to cut down a tree right here, too. I need to see how long they need to be before we do anything else. I think this one here should be perfect. Whoops. Let's see. Yeah. Well, it's rotten up top, but yeah, that's perfect. All right. And we might can get away with leaving this tree too, so we don't have to cut them down. Whenever I do these videos, I don't try and cut anything down because I don't actually need to be doing this. It's just fun. So try and cut down as much live stuff as possible. Although I do see a dead standing over here. He might be a little too rotten, but I'm going to go see if I can just run and kick him down. We'll see. Maybe I'll like football hit him, you know. Well, it's split in half. I feel like I have 87 spiders crawling on my head. Let's hope not. Also, I can give everybody who watched last video a little update, I guess. So, I think we are going to do lineman school. However, oh man, that broke off too short. Yeah, it's okay. This will work. We are going to do lineman school. However, I don't know if I'm getting January class. Here's why. I don't have to get my CDL to get into the school. I just have to get my CDL permit. However, why not get it before you get in? Because if you don't have it whenever you get in, well, you know, it's going to throw off some of the people who are there to hire you. And if everybody else already has theirs and you don't have yours, they're probably not going to pick you. They're just going to pick somebody else because they don't want to have to wait on you to get yours or pay for it or whatever. So I think I'm going to do that. If I can do it before the January class starts, great, amazing. If I can't, the next class is either in April or March. If all goes as planned, I should be taking the permit test next week. So I'll keep you guys updated as far as that goes. I think this branch here is going to be our next one. Oh man, this is going to be too short. Darn. Okay, I'm going to put you guys down and just like get to work here. Turn this into a time lapse. Enjoy. If not, then well, don't. Yes. Now look, I don't get disgusted by spider webs. All right, I don't really care. One or two gets on me. If one more gets on me, I'm gonna freak out. Just warning y'all. And hey, if any of y'all do this, especially since you're looking through sticks and falling leaves, and I mean that's exactly what they love hiding. So just be on the lookout. There's a bunch of them back here. I just don't know if they're too rotten because where they're at, it's usually water. Seems like if I would have made this a foot shorter, we could break almost all of these in half. You can get 2 out of them, but they'd just be barely too short if we did that. All right, well, he's gone. Rest in peace. That broke exactly where I wanted it to. I think. Should get 2 pieces out of it. Break that off a little bit. Let's see. He fits. We'll lift the boot. Fits. Who remembers that? Everybody should. Honestly, if you don't, I feel sorry about your childhood, I'm not gonna lie. Well, if the boot fits. Oh no. We're gonna have to support this before it breaks. What I do with that one, had a nice Y in it, wherever I put it at. Once it broke off, which probably did because I threw it. Here we are. Ah! Let me find another one. Probably should have not skimped out on that support beam. There we go. We'll see if it holds. If not, I might just be calling it a video. Well, no, it still won't take long to tie up a new one of them, and then let's be right back where we are now. I'll just find a livelier beam, a little bit more sturdy. Seems good. We're not going to be putting too much more weight on it, so if it can hold, then that's great. Let's see, is there any? I know there's one like way over there, but that's too far, and it's too tall. Can't get nothing off of it. If I can find one and get like 3 or 4 really good branches off of it, that would help us out a ton, actually. It's about to break. If y'all could hear how much that thing is freaking cracking right now. I mean, it sounds like it stopped. Say, how long have I been recording for? 34 minutes. I'll see if I can find a replacement for that. If I can do it while it's still standing and put it up while it's still standing, we're going to continue. If not, we're going to call it. Because I didn't realize that there was like an absolute lack of pine trees. I knew that there wasn't many, but I thought I could find like one and bring it all the way over here and it would do. But no, I don't see one. All right, let's see. We're going to need something thick, something alive, perfect length. I think I found just what we need. This is pretty thick. I mean, I can't even wrap my fingers all the way around it. This might take a minute. Fixing to lose my hand, seems like. Golly. Well, let's see if I can get it now. Ah, go, you good thing. Go. Whew. Ah. Nothing is holding this side of my hand along, by the way. Kind of sucks. I actually really like this knife. Maybe I can figure out something to do for that. Fix it up. Let's see, I'm just gonna try and kick it. Ah! Let's try it again. I missed. I hit it with like the top of my pad of my foot. Yeah, I don't think it's going nowhere. No. No. Let's see. I got it. Watch this. There we go. Think smarter, not harder. All right, get over here. I'm just going to put this on the front. And then break that one. And then we're probably going to just start putting up our thatching and stuff. Whatever we can find, put on there. These leaves, anything. Should have picked a better location to do this at, but it is what it is. That's why I like that knife. I barely put any pressure to cut this rope after just cutting down that freaking giant tree. So that's why I'm sad that it's freaking broken. But it is what it is. Alright. See. I'm going to just remove the support we put in there. We'll see what happens. And there we go. Alright. There goes nothing. Something's going to hit me on the head, ain't it? Alright. I'm letting it go in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, that went better than expected. That went pretty well, actually. Get over here. Alright. This goes over here. This goes here. There we go. I guess we're going to spread these out. So it's going to go a little bit more than that, I think. So, oh wait, yeah, because we got this one. That should go there, I guess. And then that there, that there, that there, that there, that there, that there. Yeah. Now we just got to put our stuff on top of it. For that, you just basically find a bunch of junk to throw up there. There's a bunch of junk right here at work. Heck, even in our shelter at work. The goal isn't big and heavy stuff. It's, heck, stuff thinner than this, even. So now we got all that stuff up there. Whenever we take a pile of leaves, like so, we set them in here. Well, you get the idea. It didn't really work that time, but everywhere else it should be pretty good. So look, this is going to take me forever. And it's probably not going to be that pretty. What you can do to make this go faster is like I was saying earlier. Get you some pine, cypress, cedar, anything with needles instead of leaves. So much better at holding the leaves, and plus they're not going to fly away. And if you get any little sticks, bark, anything in there, just leave it. I'm going to go to the inside and clear that out. We're going to have to do that anyway. Not going to lie, it's probably the worst shelter I've ever built. Well, no, there's that A-frame. That one sucked. It's really not my fault. It's these freaking leaves. They're so small. Of course, the answer to that is just put more branches on, but ain't nobody got time for that. This is by far the longest part of building any shelter. So, say you're out there, right? Say your plane crashed, something, I don't know. You're stranded, but your plane is gone. I don't know where. The whole thing burned up. All right. You can't take shelter in your plane. What you're going to do whenever you start building your shelter, get this stuff first. Don't do it last. Get it first. The reason I'm doing it last is just because I wanted to. But odds are it's going to take you forever. Do it first so that whenever it gets dark, you're not running around in the dark trying to find stuff so you don't freeze to death. I'm not going to lie. It's honestly not that bad. All right, if I spent, so I was out here for an hour and a half, if I probably spent another 30 minutes walking around here gathering stuff up, it'd probably be perfect. It's honestly about, but honestly, the sun's going to set in about 30 minutes, and I don't want it to be dark when I paddle out here in this wind. So I'm going to give you guys a quick little tour, tell you what you could do to improve yours instead of it looking like mine, and then just one of them do as I say, not as I do type things. So, all right, right here, well, that's where it starts, right there. I'll put a fire right here, get you some rocks, make you a little fire pit, put some sticks or some rocks behind it to reflect all the heat back into your shelter. That's the first thing I would do. Second thing I would do, put some walls on either side of it, and then maybe, if you wanted to, scoot your fire over and then block off that half and just leave you a tiny little door. And just leave you a tiny little door there. But for what I got, it's open concept, keep the rain out. It ain't too cold right now, so it'd probably be perfect. And that's what we got. Yeah, amazing, ain't it? Honestly, we got a little spot right there we could sleep ever so slightly, maybe under it. If I moved even the tiniest little inch, I'd probably get soaking wet if it was raining. But we've been in a drought, so I'm going to say that's why I left it like that. Got a nice little sitting area though. If I could sleep and crisscross applesauce, you know, that'd be pretty good. Other than that, there ain't a whole lot to it. Walk you guys around the back here. I mean, yeah. See, you can see what I was saying. That's perfect. I spent pretty much all my time just doing that one section. So if I were to go like another 30 minutes, 45 or so, I could have the whole thing covered. I just don't got that time right now, I'm not gonna lie. Got to go home and study for my test and get this video edited. I don't know if it's coming out Wednesday or Saturday. We'll see. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to hit that subscribe button. If y'all do and y'all actually like this, I will be putting more time into the videos. So if they don't turn out half done like this, you know, I'm not too proud of myself right now, honestly. I should have come out here a little bit earlier, but I did. So it is what it is. If y'all want me to come out here and finish it, drop a comment down below or just let me know what you want to see next. Till then, you can go check out this video right here where I actually did a very, very solid video. Pretty much doing this exact thing plus catch and cook. So go check that out. And then, yeah, till next time. Bye.